Jitendra Singh, Ministro de Ciencias de la Tierra de la India.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, India is honored indeed to address the third United Nations Ocean Conference. With the 11,098 kilometer long coastline, over 1,300 islands, and more than 2.1 million square kilometer of exclusive economic zone, the EEZ, India boasts of a rich maritime heritage, and the ocean is indeed our lifeline. Today, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I am pleased to reaffirm India's unwavering commitment to the Sustainable Development Goal, the SDG 14. Ladies and gentlemen, since the second United Nations Ocean Conference, India has made significant progress, which is also relevant to the theme of this year's conference, that is, accelerating action and mobilizing all actors to conserve and sustainably use the ocean. Recognizing the importance of SDG 14, India has initiated several new initiatives, including the Deep Ocean Mission, a pilot project of blue economy. This mission aims to understand and map the biodiversity within our EEZ, and also to develop and implement marine spatial planning, protect and conserve our oceans, and develop technology for ocean exploration and observation. Additionally, it also supports the climate change studies and more than that too. Ladies and gentlemen, India has already signed the Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement and is currently in the process of ratification. This step underscores our commitment to conserving marine biodiversity in areas beyond national jurisdiction. Dear delegates, the marine pollution, particularly the plastic pollution, remains, as we all know, a global challenge. Our efforts align with the Ocean Action Plan 4, which focuses on preventing marine pollution from land-based sources. We have undertaken numerous awareness campaigns in the recent past along the coast, which, for example, include the Swachh Sagar, Surakshit Sagar. In other words, clean coast and safe sea. This campaign aims to reduce the impact of marine debris on coastal biodiversity and inspires the community to adopt eco-friendly habits and become marine conservation advocates by engaging citizens across all age groups and across all sections. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to report that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has taken a proactive stance in championing numerous ocean-related initiatives. These include the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which aims to modernize the fisheries sector. The Sagarmala program, which focuses on developing and enhancing maritime infrastructure to promote coastal community livelihoods and deep ocean mission. Furthermore, we have established state-of-the-art ocean information services which provide data, information, and services, including the multi-hazard early warning mechanisms for storm surges associated with tsunamis and cyclones, freak waves, and also the rising sea levels, not only to our country, but also for the entire region and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to share with you that focusing on the sustainable development and ocean governance, India proposes the following strategic initiatives to ensure clean and healthy oceans. A, advancing marine research and science-based solutions for ocean policy and governance. B, expanding marine protected areas and supporting the biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction agreement to preserve marine ecosystems. C, reducing marine pollution through effective wastewater management and adoption of circular economy principles. D, enhancing coastal resilience by integrating ocean-based climate solutions to mitigate the impacts of climate change. E, promoting environment-friendly ocean renewable energy sources. And F, empowering communities by incorporating indigenous knowledge and integrating coastal communities into policy frameworks, ensuring inclusive and equitable ocean governance. Ladies and gentlemen, India supports the Nice Ocean Action Plan, which prioritizes actionable outcomes, innovative financing, and inclusive partnerships to achieve the goal of SDG 14. India also stands ready to collaborate with all the stakeholders, including governments, including civil society, including private sector, and including the indigenous communities to build a sustainable, resilient, equitable ocean future for the mankind. You would agree with me that the ocean is our shared heritage, ladies and gentlemen, and India's progress reflects our steadfast commitment to advancing SDG 14. I, on behalf of India, express our deepest gratitude to the Presidents of France and the President of Costa Rica for their visionary leadership in co-hosting UNOC3, and to all the distinguished dignitaries and high-level delegations in this room for their unwavering dedication to the cause of oceans. May I conclude with a call. Let us all unite to ensure a sustainable, resilient ocean future. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. President.
Doy las gracias al ministro de Ciencias de la Tierra de la India. Doy ahora la palabra a la excelentísima señora Marianne Sivertsen-Næss, ministra de Pesca y Política Oceánica de Noruega.